You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Luke Crossland is suing James Malton in the amount of $1,228. Mr. Crossland claims Mr. Malton sucker punched him during a scuffle and says he had to get an MRI and stitches.
Hi, Luke, you are here suing James, and you say that there was a confrontation, that you were injured. What happened?
Well, to start off, me and my friends, we planned a little trip to go to a music festival.
All right.
You know, I work very hard. I'm a bartender. I work a lot of nights, long hours. We purchase our tickets. We go there. There's multiple stages. We're going from one end to the stage to the other, having a good time. It's packed. We're at the bar. We're having a couple drinks, having a couple laughs, you know, talking to people, mingling. And then our favorite brand decides to go on. So we get excited, and as well as everyone else, we all go to the stage. And in the midst of doing that, this lady decides to fall. I'm not going to help her up.
Wait a minute, she decides to fall? I mean, nobody just decides to fall. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
I'm just saying because I didn't touch her, and I ain't seen no one touch her.
So,
no one was drunk.
Wait, hold it. Nobody just decides to fall. I want you to think about how absolutely absurdly ridiculous that sounded. What happened?
So my girlfriend and I, we were at this music festival. We've been every year for the past 4 years. We've gone to this festival, and it's all about having fun, you know, being friendly.
Didn't seem so.
Well, it was until these 4 drunk idiots showed up.
No one was drinking like that.
You just said you had been at the bar.
Like that, like not a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. So you were drinking, but you're saying you weren't drunk.
Yeah, no one was drunk.
All right.
Very
So you were there. Is this your girlfriend here?
This
Come
is
and
my
stand up.
girlfriend, Lauren.
All right, Lauren. So you all were there. And so continue. What happened?
So it was in between bands, and in between bands, the crowd kind of disperses a little bit. You know, they drink, they hang out. And then the band came onto the stage, and there was this huge rush towards the stage. And we've been at music festivals before. We know how that works. But these guys came up, you know, it wasn't like it's been before. They came up swinging. They were aggressive, and they knocked my girlfriend on the ground.
So what happened, Lauren?
So we were getting ready to move towards the stage like everyone does. And next thing I knew, I was pushed to the ground.
Did you see who pushed you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But I was pushed to the ground, and you know, everyone was continuing to move towards the stage, so they were trampling over me, stepping on me, stepping over me.
Oh my, this sounds dangerous.
It was pretty traumatic, honestly. But
so why was I hit if you don't even know who pushed you? That doesn't even make sense.
So I was on the ground, and I heard James call for me. I was trying to call for him for help, and I saw Luke and his friends in between me and James. And so I saw James looking at me, then I got trampled again, and when I looked up again, James and Luke were on the ground, and his 3 buddies were around him. It looked like he was getting jumped.
Oh, my goodness.
Look.
So what happened? Wait a minute. She's on the ground. How did you all get into an altercation? Luke, how did you and James get into an altercation?
Because as me and my friends were all moving forward towards the stage, and she falls, he looks towards me and thinks I'm the reason why she's on the ground.
So I saw my girlfriend on the ground, and she's starting to get trampled. Everybody's rushing for the stage. And I'm just trying to get to her, and this guy's right in the way. So I move him out of the way so that I can get to her. And then he comes, he's about to punch me. So then I didn't punch him, I just grabbed him and wrestled him to the ground so that I wouldn't get punched. And then he's, you know, I just start...
Your Honor, if I wanted to hurt him, it wouldn't be that difficult. All right? So there is no reason for him to think that I tried to hit him. If I wanted to hit him, he would have got hit.
So what's your version of what happened? Tell me.
So we're all moving towards the stage, having a good time. She falls. I'm still doing my thing. I'm doing the shovel dance. I'm just hitting it all. I guess because he's not used to these moves, he probably thought that I was doing some type of weird karate stuff.
It was not dancing.
It was dancing.
Just a second. Go ahead.
He probably thought I was doing some weird stuff or whatever, and I guess the motions may look a little, like, physical, but it was just me dancing. And then he just, like, he tries to swing on me, then he lunges at me, tackles me to the floor, sucker punches me, because that's the only way that he could ever hit me in his life. He sucker punches me, and then before I even get a chance to hit him back, the security's pulling us apart, and my eye's bleeding. I've been called Terminator ever since that day because my whole right eye was red. Oh. That even messes up me at work. I serve drinks.
So this $1,228, tell me what your medical expenses were.
They're for MRIs and stitches.
James, did you hit him?
only after he was aggressive towards me. And then we had an altercation while I'm trying to save my girlfriend from being hit
Your
and being
Honor,
trampled.
can I just say
This is
that
a mess.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
definitely 4-on-1 is not fair.
A
But
Chucky doll is real nice and cute till it starts stabbing people, okay?
Even the most timid man is going to react. He's going to try to save his loved ones. That's what I was doing.
honestly, I was pretty impressed.
No, there's nothing to be impressed about.
And later,
Do you think that he was cheating on you?
Yes.
When he's picking up these quote
Oh, I
unquote
have
extra
text
hours?
evidence that he was cheating.
Oh.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
Best Fiends. Meet Hank and Roger, the not-so-dynamic duo. Join the adventure, collect tons of cute characters, and solve thousands of fun puzzles. Download free today. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Can you love wearing powerful sunscreen? Yes. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer unbeatable protection helps prevent early skin aging and skin cancer with a clean feel. The best for your skin. Ultra Sheer. Neutrogena.
If you've been injured in an accident, call us at 800-333-0000. When we say we'll fight for you,
We mean it.
Call us at 800-333-0000 or go to larryhparker.com for a free consultation.
Diamonds at their lowest price in years. Half-carat solitaires are now $3.99, 1-carat $7.90, 2-carat $9.50 per carat, plus 1-carat studs $3.99. Insane prices on thousands of GIA diamonds and designer rings. Buy direct. The Jewelry Exchange Tustin.
This is important news for people who used the hair coloring Just for Men and then suffered severe injuries to their scalp or face. Use of Just for Men is linked to permanent skin discoloration or scarring, chemical burns, blisters, patchy hair loss, and even anaphylactic shock. Just for Men contains a powerful chemical, PPD, named Allergen of the Year by the American Contact Dermatitis Society. Just for Men Jet Black contains 4 times as much PPD found in other Just for Men products. If you or a loved one used Just for Men on their scalp or beard and then suffered permanent skin discoloration or scarring, chemical burns, blisters, patchy hair loss, or even anaphylactic shock, you may be eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. If you or a loved one used Just for Men and then suffered any of these injuries, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to see if you're eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Our first consultation is free and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call Davis & Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
At Ellis Law, we help accident victims, like Martha, who was in a car accident and sustained permanent injuries to her hand. We fought hard for the money she deserved. And if you're injured, Ellis Law will fight for you. Call 1-800-INJURED.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Luke Crossland, who is suing James Malton for medical expenses.
Can I just say that
Yes.
I was obviously on the ground and being trampled, and it was hard to make out what was happening. But from what I saw, it looked like it was 4-on-1. And James is not much of a fighter. I mean,
Are you kidding me?
You can just
4-on-1? I'm the only one with scars.
I had bruises.
You must be Bruce Lee or something
He
because
did have bruises. I
there's
had
no
bruises
other
and
way.
scratches.
There's 4-on-1 and I'm the only one that went to the hospital. He would be tore up. He weighed like 80 pounds. Are you kidding? Come on, bro. Stop it. Tell the truth.
All I know is James is not a fighter. I mean, you can tell just by looking
Look
at
at
him.
me.
I call him my little stick bug, you know? Even like when we're arguing, even when we're arguing, he's the one that's super submissive. He would not have started a fight with anybody. So I don't know what it was with him and his friends, but I'm sure they started it, and definitely 4-on-1 is not fair.
A Chucky doll is real nice and cute till it starts stabbing people, okay?
Even the most timid man is going to react. He's going to try to save his loved ones. That's what I was doing.
Is it reasonable to say, though, that you were the person who pushed him first?
I moved him out of the way.
Moved him out
I
of
moved
the
him
way.
out of the way. It's very clustered environment.
Yeah, I get it.
Everyone's shoving. I moved him out of the way to try to go against the tide to save my girlfriend.
Your Honor.
And then I look, and he's ready to punch me. So then I tackled him so he wouldn't punch me in the
Have
face.
you ever seen a nay-nay before?
The what?
The nay-nay.
What is that?
It's a dance move called...
The nay-nay, like
Yes.
a dance.
That's what I was doing. He thought this was me being aggressive.
Your Honor,
This is
he
me
was
getting my
not
groove
doing-
on. That's it. That's all that was.
Your Honor, he was not
I
doing
wasn't
the
trying to hurt nobody. I'm just doing my Doug Dizzle just all up in the club. You know what I mean? That's all I was doing. I wasn't doing anything out of order. I was just following the trend.
He was not doing
You
the
just
nay-nay.
don't know what that is.
I know what the nay-nay is.
No, you don't. But the whole point is, if there's 4-on-1, do you really think you are going to be able to come out of that and I'm the only one scarred?
Well, that's why, honestly, I was pretty impressed.
No, it's nothing to be impressed about.
Well, security came over.
He was
before,
trying to help
So
me. I was
security
being
came over,
trampled.
and what happened?
Security came over. We were so embarrassed.
Should be embarrassed
I've never
wearing
been in a
shoes,
fight
buddy.
in my life.
It was really humiliating, and
They kicked us
everyone
out.
at the festival knows us. We go there every year. You know,
Nobody
it
knows
was
you.
really sad
So
to
did
be
you all
kicked
get put
by-
out?
We all
of
got
us.
kicked
We
out.
had no
Yeah.
chance to explain
I
ourselves.
didn't get to see my favorite
We
band.
were all put out. Me with a bloody eye.
We missed. She
Leaking.
missed her favorite
I even have a
band.
scar.
I see a scar.
But Superman over here can handle 4-on-1.
For 30 seconds, I was trying to get to my
Oh,
girlfriend.
you was counting too. Damn, you could multitask so well. He could fight and count.
All right, this is what the law says. The law says that if somebody reasonably is in fear of being hurt or of somebody else being hurt, that they can use defense, right? And it sounds to me that in this stampede that Lauren got pushed down. She admits that she doesn't know who pushed her down. I don't think you did. He says that James says, I was just trying to get to her so that she would not be, trampled on. And in the process, I pushed you aside. Well, you didn't just push him aside because your adrenaline was going and you were excited and you were worried about her and you just kind of would probably you probably hit.
Yes, Your Honor.
It seems to me that there was just a lot of confusion and a lot going on as you're doing the nay-nay.
Yes.
You could have stopped for a second and tried to help her up. That would have been I'm just saying.
People fall
The
every day.
decent, people that was, clearly she got pushed. She didn't just fall down. It would have been very helpful had you just stopped and said, hey, as you just said, Brock, let me help you. Your girlfriend's on the ground. Let's see if she's okay. But no, you're busy doing your, all your moves over here and stuff. Lord,
Well, that's
have
why I'm at a
mercy.
music festival, to have fun, not become first aid.
Listen, just because I'm older doesn't mean I haven't been to a music festival and I don't know what it's like to have fun in a music festival. I mean, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's not getting blackout drunk and knocking people over.
And it's
Well,
not going
I
to
don't
the
know
hospital
that was the
afterwards
case.
neither.
I don't know that he was blackout drunk and that was the case. But I think you ought to probably, I'm going to give you some money. If I'm going to give you $1,200, no, because I think you're all out there and you could have helped the situation. I think that you probably reacted because she was hurt, and I think you probably started swinging, and it just got to be mayhem out there. So I'm going to enter judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $600. But y'all, please be a little bit more considerate. What if this had been reversed? What if this had been your girlfriend who got knocked down?
She would have been on the arm right there. Impossible for the fall.
Not necessarily.
I wouldn't have knocked anyone down.
Well, hey, I said, what if the situation had been reversed? What if someone had knocked your girlfriend down? Would you like a little bit more consideration than you gave Lauren? Yes. Yes. Yes is the right answer if you haven't figured that out.
I say yes.
All right, yes. All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $600. We'll stand adjourned.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $600.
Next time you're out somewhere, watch where you're going.
Yeah. Catch you at the next music festival.